Hello everybody, how are you doing? Well, how do you start a video when you want to talk about something that is very dear to you? And a lot of people and my friends ask me about Buddhism and why it means so much to me. And I've been trying to find a way of describing it. And I've been listening to a bit of Alan Watts and a couple of other people, and listening to them has kind of given me a way of describing what I kind of believe in my own way. So I don't know whether this is correct to the Buddhist system, but it's what I've come to understand after many years of studying it. Buddhism is not about going to something and believing into something. Oh, wait, let me pause this. There we go, sorry. I had to get my arm more comfortable. I'm currently towing my little diabetic dog, so I got my lead under my arm, and I was trying to hold the camera with the same arm, and I was getting cramp in my hand. So better to get comfortable. So as I carry, Buddhism is not about going to something to me. It's not about going somewhere. It's not about changing anything about myself which wasn't already there. Fundamentally, what it's done for me is realize that what the things that the westernized society has taught me were the things that compromised me. All about the self and money, and have this job and have this status symbol and become a somebody and become somebody that means something to other people. And all that tend to do is make me miserable, because I was always compromised. What Buddhism's taught me to be is just to become a good person, to become the best version of myself, and to trust in that. And that if people adhere to that and they like that, great. If they don't, then that's as much their problem as it is mine. So people say about caring less about what people think about you. Fundamentally, I agree with that, but it's not about caring less about what people think about you. The trick is to have such a good, deep core system which gives you a foundation to stand on, that you realize that the thing that they don't like is the superficial you, and it's only their idea, their filter of what they think you are, not what you truly are. Because we can all act differently in different environments, and the environments affect us, energy-wise and emotional-wise and personality-wise, and even down to the people that we interact with. So what Buddhism has taught me is that we are originally just awareness having a human experience. And a lot of people say being in the moment is beautiful. It's about practicing and being here and being now. But if I'm thinking about, where I want to be in the future, it's all if I'm being present in the moment and I'm not being attached to that idea of being in the future, I'm going to be okay. If I'm concentrating on being about the past and how I've developed and what I've done, that's also okay, because I'm still being present in the moment, and I'm relating the past version of me to the present version of me, and just to try and get a perception of what has happened, but again, not having attachment to it. This is the problem we have, is that we tend to cling to, there was a raving, partying, crazy Nick that kind of did these amazing things, and he had an abundance of energy, and now as my body's aged a little bit, I'm now 51, I've slowed down a little bit, and I've now got more self-awareness of how to pacing myself so I can maintain a nice natural flow of my energy through the day, rather than I always felt like I had to force my energy into an environment to be worth something. I had to infuse the environment with Nick, and now I feel less that I have to do that less. I can now sit back and allow things just to take their own course. And if I'm needed, for me to step in and then allow my influence to be of a positive one, of one that can help and develop people, rather than having to think that everybody has to see my system, and everybody has to see what I am. Oh God, I put my finger over that. See what I am and pay homage to that, because that's not what it's about. It's like, I was chatting to one of my friends last night as well, when he was talking about he'd been to this spiritual church. I can't think of anything worse, to be honest with you. And there's always somebody which is like a medium or a transmitter. And the problem is, what a lot of the problem is with that is a lot of them are very egotistical. So they tend to be in that position and relish in the fact that they're in that position, and adhere to the fact that they're getting this amazing attention. And when somebody else steps into that circle and threatens the attention going off them, everything that they're meant to be, the medium, the transmitter, the thing that helps other people, becomes ugly, because all of their then insecurities and everything comes into play. And it's quite sad, because really, as a medium or as somebody that's meant to help and open people up and guide them towards healing, you're not meant to be in the place. Nick is not there. I'm meant to step out of the room and allow the energy to travel through you to help everybody around you. It's not about you, it's about everybody else. So things like that, Buddhism has really taught me about that. If you are going to be a conduit to help other people, the first thing you need to do is step out of the way. If you believe that the knowledge, and you've cleansed your inner consciousness and your inner awareness to a high enough level, you've got yourself to that point where you're vibrating, that you don't need to be in that space doing it, that you're just pulled into that space and other people say you should do that, then that's the time for you to step into that. Where other people are saying, you have this gift, you should use it, it's a waste. And I say, well, what should I do? Should I do an event? Should I do this? Should I do that? That's the time, because you're not wanting to do it for recognition. You're doing it to recognize the other, to help the other, to hold space for the individual in front of you, and give your love as a gift, and give your knowledge as a gift, and allow it to flow through you, to want nothing back from it, to want no recognition, no status, nothing. You shouldn't pine for those things, because the moment you do, that's ego. That has nothing to do with the conduit of being a healer and a helper and what a medium and whatever you want to do. It's ugly if you're there for all of the other reasons, for that recognition. Look at how important I am. Look at me. Look at my status. Look at my knowledge. Look at how amazing I am. That's been the hardest battle for me. That's the one thing that has held me back for many years. I've been constantly fighting that one conduit, because you feel special. You feel like you're special because you have this amazing knowledge, but you're not. There's millions of other people on this planet which are also on the same pathway as you. If you just happen to give someone a little nudge along the pathway, just to open them up, to show them the next little road they need to walk along, fantastic. But you're not the person and you're not the road, so don't take any recognition for it. You've just been the wayfinder. You're just a signpost. That's all you are, is a signpost pointing someone in the right direction. Everything else is just where did you get the knowledge from? And where did they get the knowledge from? And how did they find it? So be grateful and show gratitude to all of the knowledge you have adhered, and try and represent all of those people that have passed that knowledge to you in the best possible light, and let that transmit through you into that other person. Then it becomes a beautiful experience. Then it becomes something which is shared, not you feeling like you have to completely whitewash the whole scene with your energy. You're allowing their energy to be there, and you're allowing your energy to be present, not to be sat on a stool above everybody, to be sat on the same level of them and being able to hold your own space and give love. That's what Buddhism and all of the different systems, Ram Dass and Hinduism and the Bhagavad Gita and Oh God, can't even go into the amount of books I've read and listened to. That's what it's about. It's about finding that very fine balance between being human and having some basic needs. And yeah, we all like to be loved. We all want to be respected. But don't feel that everybody else has to love you and respect you, because you're wanting something from a relationship that you might not get, and then you start acting like a spoiled child. Remember that. Show gratitude for any experience. It's all about the love. Namaste, and hope you have an amazing day. And I hope this has touched somebody the way it touched me, because I started getting tears in my eyes just now when I'm talking about it. Sending love from this beautiful forest with my dogs. Look at that. 150-year-old vessel wandering through a beautiful forest. Namaste. Have a wonderful day.